Hey, this is Tommy Taco here to show you one of my mods on my 2023 Toyota Tacoma. This is what we're doing. We're going to take this and we're going to make it look like that. And I broke my hand 4 weeks ago and it's not strong at all, and I can do this mod. So if I can do this mod, you can do this mod. My first mod was the Tacoma mat. Do that, you want it. First thing you do is remove these. There's a little pin underneath and you can push up just a little bit with a screwdriver and it pops off. As you can see, it's just a spring on here, and I just pulled mine out with my hand. That's done. The next thing you're going to do is you only take out 2 of these bolts. You take out this one right here and you take out the very bottom one, and that's it. Once you have the top one out and the very bottom one are the only 2 that you need, the next thing you're going to do is come over here and just wiggle on the light a little bit like this and move it outwards. And once you get it outwards, you can get your fingers in behind it and just pull it towards you, straight towards you. And you can put one of your hands underneath here. So you just want to pull it straight back out of the pins. Just so you know, that's the one pin down at the bottom with the locator hole, and the top pin is a metal pin, which is right here with a locator hole that's plastic up at the top. If you pull the top out first, the bottom one comes out. You just sort of twist it a little bit towards the outside or outward bound, and it pops right off. Now take the light and just kind of place it. I just let mine lay down somewhere here so I can work. Now take your light out of the packaging, and what you're going to do is just feed it in here like this. And once you do that, you come over to this side and you'll see that there's a hole right there, and you're going to fish it through. Once you have the new harness fished through, come over to the other side, and if you remember correctly, the big clip was on the bottom and those pins go up in the top. So slide it up into the top until they grab and push the bottom in until it snaps. That's installed. And then you come over here and you're going to remove this harness from this back plate. And how you do that is you reach up in behind the fender well and just push it out. You'll see that you'll be able to get your hand up in there and push out the clip that's holding it in. It's a little clip that you can grab with your fingers and squeeze it in. It'll just pop right back. Now once you have it out, there is a release on it, and all you have to do is push down on the release and pull, and this is the release right here, if you can see that. You're going to push down on that and pull off this protective cap. Now once you have this protective cap off, then you can go back to your harness and plug this in. But the first thing that I do is I take this particular part here, and you can see it's L-shaped, and I put it in that top hole right there and clip it in, and then that secures it from flopping around. And then I'll put these 2 together. And there you go. This part of the harness is secure. This part of the harness is now secure. Now reinstall the light. Once these 2 are together and click, they actually click, then you can take this part here and put it in that hole again where it came out from. So it secures it. I use that bottom black one to locate first, and then moved the light up towards the top and lined up the metal one with the plastic clip on the inside. And then just when they looked like it was lined up with the finish of the truck, I pushed the bottom in and the top in, and they double click. So each one clicks once. Now to finish up, all we need to do is reinsert the bolt for the top and the bottom. Do not over tighten these. You're going into plastic. That light housing just is plastic. You probably want inch pounds, not foot pounds on that. And I would just check to see what the other side, and just feel the tightness by taking a wrench and feeling about how tight that is, and you'll know that it's not very tight at all, because you don't want to strip them and you don't want to break the plastic housing. And there you have it. She's back in again. Again, do not over tighten your bolts for sure. Did that with a 10 mil on a 3/8 drive. These are the leftover pieces. These were just the pieces that protected from corrosion of the harness that you plug into. So one on each side. These are the old covers that came off where the new lights are now installed. And that was it. So another thing you must know, I have a rear cab light, and this is a 2023. So if I go over here, apparently a lot of people state that by your left knee, you need this switch here. And if I click it on, hopefully the lights turn on. Let's see. Go to the back. Oh yeah, there we go. So if you've got that switch by your knee, then these lights turn on, as well as that that one up in the back cab. So there we go. It was that easy. So again, this is what you're looking for by your left knee. If you don't have this, you're going to need the wiring harness or the switch or something. I didn't have to look it up because it was already installed in my 2023. So there you have it. So Tommy Taco here with his first video on his 2023 Tacoma. I've only done a few mods. One of them was K&N air filter, just a drop in. Didn't go with the whole cold air intake thing. Apparently, if you take a look at the box, it gets enough air from the fender. But I decided to lighten up on the restriction just to have a better throttle response. Is the throttle response better? Sure, I would say a little bit. Sure did help on my 2020 4Runner. Probably not quite as much help on here, but I did notice an improvement. The second mod that I did was the Tacoma mat, and it's a must for darn sure, or things will slide all over the place. And the last thing that we did was right here, and they're on and working. And when it's dark out, it's nice to have some light. Take care, Tommy Taco.